now we're going to show you how to use the stress bucket.
So we use this tool in our everyday work when we run groups to encourage people to talk about mental health and everyday stress without necessarily touching on the heavy part of it, the psychological and heavy issues around mental health like schizophrenia, or just talk about depression, talk about stress and talk about anxiety and ways we can find to cope with it in our everyday life, our everyday stresses.
Imagine this is Jill. Jill is comfortable, she has a roof over her head and she's in good health. However, she has everyday stresses. Adriana, could you please pretend to be Jill and think of the everyday stresses that Jill might have? Please pop the balls that represent the stress into the bucket.
Health issues.
Health issues.
Being stuck in traffic.
Stuck in traffic.
Money.
Money, always a stress.
Dropping kids at school in the morning.
Dropping the kids at school in the morning. As you can see, Jill is starting to fill up. Any more stresses?
Not enough time to go on a holiday.
Not enough time or money to go on holiday.
Yeah.
Anything else? She's got a little bit of room left.
Christmas coming.
Christmas is coming. And Jill is pretty full, as you can see. So we're going to put Jill to the side for a second and introduce Jack. So here we have Jack, and you might notice that Jack is smaller in size than Jill. Now this could be for a number of reasons. It could be because Jack is homeless. It could be that he is in debt or he has an addiction. Jack could have been a refugee or an asylum seeker. He could have mental health issues. So bearing that in mind, we're just going to pop Jack down here. Jack differs in size because he might be able to cope with a lot less than Jill can. So if you think about the everyday stresses that Jill has and Jack might have, what might happen if we were to put Jill's stresses into Jack?
It will overflow.
It will overflow.
Because it's not the same context.
Let's have a look. Jack overflowed a lot quicker than Jill got full. So that kind of shows at this point the different resilience levels between people. Jack was able to cope with a lot less because he already had a lot of other things going on. Now, in order to think about some of the things that Jack might be able to do to help himself relax and make room for everyday stresses, we're going to think about some of the things that we can do to reduce stress. So Adriana, would you think about some of the things we can do to reduce stress and take the balls out of the bucket?
Meet new friends.
Meet new friends.
Read.
Read.
Go for a run. Dance. Go for a coffee with a close one. See a movie. Go and climb Everest.
Go and climb Everest. So I might not be doing all of those, but as you can see, if we do more things that help us relax, we're able to create more room for those everyday stresses and therefore cope well with them.